Crispy! How you doing, girlfriend? I missed you. We missed everybody this week. It was just me and Burr. Oh. Hi. So. I need to clock in for work. But first, my spark match said thanks. I don't know what to do. Crispy, you gotta help me. What do I do? I have at least 3 things in common. I have at least 3 things in common with my spark match, which includes liking the sound of thunderstorms, root beer floats, okay, I have 2 things in common. I was thinking about the dinosaurs, but I'm actually not all that interested in dinosaurs anymore. My dinosaur phase ended when I was 10, unfortunately. Oh my god, did my mouse break right in front of the fucking door? I hate this mouse. I hate this mouse. Now I gotta get all uncomfortable. I gotta move all my pillows. I gotta roll away my desk. I've gotta put my feet down. God damn it. Okay, run away. Fine. I know all I'm good for is your fucking litter box and food. Change outfit. Work. I still have my patches on? I don't. I need to put my patches back on. That's not. It is under clothes. I believe it was 283. I am so good. Update outfit. Okay. I appreciate your lurk. God, before I logged in today, I bought a chair for my apartment. It's red. Surprise. And I went all over the city because somebody told me that there was like a cleaning kit for your apartment for messes. And I was like, I need that because the very first day that I was in my apartment, I passed out from dehydration. And for whatever reason, in order to illustrate that you are dying from dehydration, you start just pouring out blood. It's like Ant Flow came with a vengeance, because it just flops out between your feet. You are bleeding. And, apparently, inside, it doesn't go away. You have to clean it. But which what? Ah, Sonora Freeway. Fuck Sonora Freeway. So tired of Sonora Freeway.
Freeway, Unit 1, can you respond to that?
Yeah.
It was a very unenthusiastic yeah.
Yeah.
As a heads up, Ezra and Percy, I paired you into Unit 2, okay?
Okay.
Understood.
Thank you guys.
Hel'leon going 1041.
Good morning.
Good morning. Alright, good luck.
Do you have an ambulance already?
Yes, I do. It is the one next to the truck, the black truck in the parking lot.
So on the left. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, Eve, I think we need Angel 1 for that one. In Mount Gordo.
I knew it. As
Yeah,
soon as I
that
saw
emergency's
Sonora
all the way in
Freeway.
Narnia.
Let me see if I can see if Director Ranche is around.
As soon as I heard Sonora Freeway, I knew. I knew. Look at that. I knew. I had one like right here yesterday, and I could not get to it. I would have had to come all the way back down here and have walked the trail all the way up.
Link.
Director Ranche can help out really fast.
Yep, my brain was not braining. See, if you come up here. There it is. They're up. They're probably like right around here on this trail. The one that I was trying to get to yesterday was like right here. What is Zach playing? Oh, Zach is playing this. Oh, he has another character?
Please watch the fan when I pull this out.
Who's the other character? Who's this?
The director is always so busy. I feel
Leon
bad I have to tell
Vale?
her to ask her to take Angel 1 for that one.
Leon Vale. Oh my
I wonder
god.
what people are doing up in that area.
It's a hiking trail.
Oh, is it all the way up there?
Yeah, it does. Like, if you look at it on the regular map, you can see the red line of the hiking trail. I tried to rescue somebody from it yesterday, and I tried to take the most direct route and just rolled my ass back down.
Oh, I see. Oh, what a... Are you able to drive along that hiking trail, or is it just meant to be walkable?
I think most of the hiking paths can take a small vehicle, but I wouldn't try to take an ambulance up it.
I see. Yeah, it looks like something for the outlaw if Angel 1 isn't,
Yeah.
available.
Although I did hear that one of the requirements of getting the helicopter license is to take an ambulance to the top of Mount Gilead. but I do not know if that's true.
I have not heard anything about that at all, so
Well, it was
I'm
something
not
said in
sure.
passing when 2 of our off-duty EMS had to be rescued.
Oh, I see. Good to, I guess, know for the future. It
Well, I
comes
never
time
plan on
for
flying the
helicopter
helicopter.
licenses, I guess.
I'm starting to think I'll never become a Sharpie, much less be able to fly the helicopter.
Uh, I'm sure you become a Sharpie soon enough, you know? Been working hard. I know we're not usually on the same shift, but I overhear things in a like good way, you know.
You said that really fast.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just say you know you'll become Sharpie soon enough. I'm sure.
Hmm.
I was also feeling kind of the same way, um, but you know, I know we're not on same shifts a lot, but everyone speaks I think good of you.
I think that I've only been on shift with you one other time, and it was cat ear day.
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
I remember it very clearly because it's why I don't like Declan.
Oh, you saw him when he, or I'm not sure who Declan is.
Somebody check recovery.
Said for.
As we all go running.
No patients in recovery.
What the fuck is wrong with my mouth? Percy, are we gonna take that one? Percy, are we gonna take that one on Magellan? Oh, fucking hell. Knew something was wrong. How do I get this fucking thing open? It just refuses to open. What kind of glue do they use on these things? It's like, bitch, they're meant to be opened. Are we being DDoSed? God, are we about to have to rescue Director Ronche and whoever she took with her? I knew it. They were in the helicopter. It's about to disappear with them in it. But it's not going to take them with it. Why is this not on? Connection failed. What's that saying? Nothing.
So it turns out.
Okay, is this actually downloading credentials or is it lying? Because I feel like it shouldn't be taking this long. Wait. There's a Leon Valentino, but that character says Edison. So is there a Leon Valentino and a Leon Vale? Really?
So,
Jesus.
You should have applied like 2 weeks ago, buddy.
Oh,
I have to turn that way down.
Wait.
Hello?
Whoa.
The fuck?
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Look, I'm just saying that
I skipped to say hi.
maybe you could just pull enough strings, talk to Commander, and he'll, talk to your cousin.
Okay.
my cousin.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Cousin.
I mean, you already have one cousin in the city.
Oh,
Yeah, one of the sergeants is a little scared of my cousin though. What do I do?
Who would
one of
that
the
be?
sergeants?
Who's your cousin?
Oh, you talking about
My cousin that I see in my
She's
dreams.
talking about two.
You wait, hold on. Like, you weren't here for that, but I made a fucking pun on your fucking name, and I got told to shut the fuck up over comms.
No way.
Because there was something that was happening with Sean and Archer, and was like, "Yeah, we'll give it to tonight." And I was like, "Tonight? Why the fuck would we give it to tonight?" He was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "The owner of the Club Malibu." And
Just
shut the fuck
immediately
up.
shut the fuck up.
Look, I'm just a silly, fun little guy. Okay,
Just a little guy.
Just a wee little guy.
just a bald little guy.
Just a little baby
Just
guy.
a wee fella.
Just a wee fella.
Said that.
It's a wee
Just
little
a
fella.
wee lamb.
Oh, it's
I'm just a little fella.
you.
Hmm?
Hi, Lily.
Oh, what's up?
Why are you changing your
What's
voice?
up?
What's up?
Why you gotta change
What's
your voice
up?
like that, man?
What's up?
Just a wee
Lan,
fella.
You might have
Lizard?
to go with Riley when he gets on to save us.
Oh.
What happened?
We were answering a call with Angel One, and
Uh-oh.
well, the server crashed, and we
Uh-oh.
crashed into the water.
Oh,
Oh no.
Yeah.
oh no.
I think I made it out alive.
that-
I'm not entirely sure.
I was gonna say,
do our
is in that case, can't you like kind of spawn in the city like Los Santos Airport?
Oh, but you lose
As
your-
well.
Why?
Oh,
I
well,
lose all my
actually, yeah.
shit. Hell no.
You do
yeah,
not
no, when
lose your stuff
join
when you
in,
do
we
that.
can-
Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't lose
you-
yourself on that one.
Only if you go to the
you-
hospital.
Yeah, only if you press E. But like if you when you fly
Oh,
in,
isn't that
and
technically RP failed though to do
The fail?
that if you're not in like a serious like stuck?
I mean,
Type of
technically, if
way.
the I think like if the server crashes on you and you're put in that kind of position, then you have like the right to do so, or right to like spawn in. Like I think that's even like
Eh.
I think they said once like if there's no EMS on, no local can get to you, and like if you're in a place where you can't get out of or cannot get anyone out of, and it's necessarily not your fault, then that should be fine.
I think we can still get out of there. I don't.
But if you can
really
RP it out,
like
that's
the
actually great.
Yeah, I don't like the
Yeah.
idea of just spawning
Yeah.
someplace else in RP. Like,
They have crashed out
how
when
do
I've
I
been
manage?
there
How do
before.
I?
I mean, that's
I
that's
have-
I think that's like the last one.
I have had popped underwater before and been able to swim to the surface before I drowned when I came
Oh.
back.
Oh, I thought. Yeah, I know Void got chopped up
Oh
by
no.
the propellers, so
Oh.
Oh
that's
god.
gonna be interesting.
Poor Void.
We may have to piece him back together. He's a
You
demon.
know what? I bet you he'll
Uh,
love the stitches.
Yeah.
Sounds like an issue.
It's one
But
hell of
I
a
don't
issue,
have
Sounds
to
like
but
an
deal
it's
with
issue,
you.
not an issue.
Fun
Me,
to
I'm not
RP.
involved.
Yikes.
Void wants mine.
Hi.
Hello.
The peoples.
Hello.
Well, this is our little sanctuary we got here.
It is.
How's
A
everyone's day
sanctuary would
going?
mean that it's safe. We're not safe when Archer's around.
What do you mean?
Never
Yeah,
safe.
yo,
Arguably, I feel the least safe when Archer is around.
Oh my god.
What did Archer do?
He shot.
He got shot yesterday.
Oh
I mean,
my
so valid,
God.
valid though.
Yeah,
It-
absolutely valid.
Archie, you
He
totally
also
missed.
drives
You
like he's
totally
got
missed
something to
Vesper's
prove.
cameo last week.
Mm-mm.
I was just doing my chase. And I got
Oh
too
yeah.
close.
Well, you didn't do it good enough. Why? Because you got shot.
Hey,
you
Derp!
Yeah, listen.
Evasive
Archer, do
maneuvers should
better.
involve
Yeah,
dodging
do better.
bullets, boy. Dodge them bullets whilst you drive, boy. Get better.
Yeah, you could
That's-
dodge traffic in a car. Why can't you dodge a bullet in person? Come on, man.
Yeah,
You're right. I'll just do better.
yeah.
Are we doing? Oh my God! Everyone's saying repo time. Do I
Oh.
want to do repo though?
I don't even know
Not
that yet.
really. I don't even know if I want to do repo because I did it like for the past 2 weeks with some friends. I'm kind of a little tired of it. Not gonna lie. It's like when you would play like back in like early 2020, playing Among Us with everybody, and how just like repetitive it got after like the first 3 months.
I can happily say I only have like 2 hours on Among Us.
How many
Ten
hours
PM.
do I
I
have on
played
Among
so
Us?
much
I'm
Among
scared.
Us.
Don't you dare say like 2020 is like way back in the day. That was yesterday, man.
That was yesterday.
No,
Yeah.
no.
3 weeks ago. What do
That's
you mean?
what.
Sweet.
That's
Oh
6
God, this
years?
is embarrassing. I have
that's quite.
32 hours on Among Us. Jesus.
I believe I have
66.
over 2,000.
6 years? That's
Oh.
nearly a quarter of my life.
Jesus.
Oh.
Fucking
What?
Yumkin over here.
Yeah, it looks like server's down,
In fact,
so we can
6
all.
years is over a quarter of my life.
Server's fully down. Damn.
Yeah,
Womp.
could be. They haven't made the announcement yet, but we can look at
Yeah,
something.
they
Oh,
just
wait,
they just
there-
Wait,
okay.
Alice just
it is
said-
it is
Alice
that
just
time
said-
There we
Time
go.
again.
Yippee!
Damn it. Rivals time.
I love being Dido.
We love
Sorry, guys.
DDoSing, guys. We
Yeah,
love
no, I left the
DDoSing.
Yowie bus on the charger again. I'm sorry.
Dang it, I
damn
told
it.
you to wait for us. Wait for us. We had a better charger. What the heck, man?
Hey, it's like you gotta charge up the Yowie all 24/7.
I gotta do some Warframe shit.
Who's in the Yowie bus? First and foremost.
I don't fucking know. My company just owns it.
It just owns a Yowie bus. I'm scared to ask what happens in the Yowie bus.
We haven't had a.
What happens
we-
in the Yowie bus stays in the Yowie bus.
Well,
Don't ask
that's
about it.
that's the thing.
It
We've
says it
had,
within the people inside the Yowie bus too.
all right, so we got it, and who plays as Haru, was supposed to be like the main driver for it, but they got hospitalized for like the past week and a half or so.
Shit.
So it's just been sitting around in the taxi union storage.
Collecting dust and mold.
Well, I've been keeping it clean. Don't worry. I'm probably
No,
I actually
I-
figured out a use for it, so I'm gonna. I was
A
actually
use
gonna
for
use
it?
it tonight.
Just start kidnapping old men for old man Yowie.
Woo.
There's so many old men.
There's only old.
Over it.
There's like 3 old men.
Listen, the only old man we need is Derp. Technically, Phil.
Wow.
Phil is like what, 50 in game?
No, I think he's like 30.
That's old enough.
I mean,
I'm practically dead already. You know?
I mean, to be
Damn.
fair, all you need is Archibald and Father Papanek.
Which Archibald?
Archibald.
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 Also, Derp, you sound very far away from your mic. It could just be me though.
Huh? Oh, I do?
Yeah, derp.
Yeah, get closer.
I'm gonna
Get
turn you
closer,
away.
derp.
Oh, wait, don't turn me up. Don't turn me up. Don't turn me up. It's my mic gain. Is that
Oh.
better?
No.
Oh.
Why'd you moan?
What the fuck? Dad, what the fuck?
Dad,
What the fuck?
Why did you moan though? You didn't
Okay,
need to
how's
do
that? Is that better?
A little bit better,
Yeah.
yeah.
Alright. I feel bad. Like I've been like going back in vlogs and like I hear myself. I sound so fucking distorted. Like I don't know how
'Cause you
people listen
are.
to me. Go fuck yourself.
You're
man.
fine.
Okay.
Why'd you do that? Leave derp alone.
You know what? That's fine. I know who to call to shoot him up again. Valley, where you at?
Oh.
Oh, damn.
Oh my god.
That is
damn.
actually
Oh my
messed
god.
up.
That's fucked
That's
up.
actually
Damn.
plugged.
That's fucked up, dude.
They're,
Bless.
they're lucky I wasn't out of the car.
Also, for some reason,
Oh.
okay, this is just like I notice it. Like some of the textures are not loading up for me, like on different clothes. and stuff.
Did
It's
you
just-
expand your texture budget?
Yeah. That would do
wait?
it.
Huh?
In your
Is
settings,
look
in
under
your
the text
settings.
section. Yeah.
Yeah, in your settings, there's like a advanced graphics setting, and you can expand your texture budget. It'll help out a lot.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing that you should probably try to max out as much as possible.
Expand your brain.
Handshaking
texture.
with server. You know, I would love to handshake with my server, but
My face when I handshake the server. Thanks, Scappa. Thank you for laughing at that
Yeah, no, I
stupid,
got you. I got
stupid
you.
fucking joke. Thank you.
Oh,
While we-
oh,
okay.
That's who I heard.
Gulp.
Fuck you, Scappa.
What the hell?
Damn.
while
He realized
You
it was
know-
you and finally said "fuck you."
Yeah, I
You know,
while we
These
wait
mess, these
for
mess.
the server to come back up, I do have a little silly idea, if I may.
Go for it.
Would you guys be okay if I just randomly chose somebody and just drew them, and then after I finish, I draw another person, and so on and so forth until
Do
the
it.
server's back
Go
up?
for it.
Sure.
Okay.
Do it, yeah.
Free art?
Okay.
Okay,
Uh,
Oh,
yeah,
no,
free,
not
free
free
art for
art.
you
Oh,
guys.
no.
Free art for you guys. Oh
Oh
no.
no.
Oh, no, I
not
hate
free
free
art.
art.
Oh,
No,
no, I
please, I hate
hate
that.
free
Hey, no,
art.
no, it's fine. It's
no.
fine.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh my god.
Arashi,
I gotta.
Arashi, we'll
Yes,
pay you
yes.
in exposure.
Oh, that's perfect.
Everyone turn on your eyes. How to sound
Sure.
toxic as shit.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Give me that shout out and then I will make a Google Doc about you saying that you didn't pay me. Win-win.
Not the Google Doc.
Google Docky.
Google Docky.
Not the Google Doc.
I made a
Oh,
serious and
my-
continuous lapse of judgment.
Okay. Let me
Guys,
go ahead.
My XP bar was low.
I hate that. Okay.
know,
Share my screen. No, I don't want to share VTube Studio. I want to share Clip Studio Paint. All
have
right,
your
let
sculpture will draw my
me go down the list. Okay, who am I gonna go pick on first?
Damn, it's a hit list.
Pickle.
The hit
Alright,
list is
who
crazy.
am I gonna hit first? Who am I gonna hit first? Wait, I could just do the wheel thing. Hold on, wait.
Oh shit.
Wheel
Wheel thing?
of names. Wheel of names.
The wheel thing.
Okay, so we have. Okay, so we have. Let me. Accord. Kara. Derp. Kyo.
Thank
Who else is in here?
Mr.
Oh!
Edison and GG.
Edison and Gigi. Edison, Gigi.
Wait, hashtag fuck derp. Thank you.
Gummy.
Yeah.
What's with all the hate? What's going on at the police force?
Hold on.
Hatred.
I leave for 5 days
Wait,
and it's nothing
wait.
but hate. Goodness
Hold on.
gracious.
When you say fuck derp, which fuck are you saying?
I was thinking the good kind when I came back, but
You know
Jesus
who
Christ.
said that.
Who said that? Actually, I
You
know.
know who
That's-
said
that's
it.
the
It's
crazy
me.
part.
It's me, Scappa. It's me.
Goblin.
Oh.
Goblin?
You ass. You ass. You fuck you,
No,
fuck you,
no.
fuck you.
Hold up.
Who?
Arashi, did you just call me Goblin?
Oh,
Goblin.
Globin! Globin.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you, motherfucker.
Actually,
Sorry.
he mean Goblin.
it's
No,
my
you're
goblin.
okay. That was
Yeah,
my
him-
fault.
him-
That was my
Goblin!
fault.
I'm leaving. I'm gone.
Him,
I'm
him,
gone.
him, I,
Guys, I think
Gorblin.
Timmy Goldblum's getting bloody.
Him, I, Gorblin.
Landphilia.
She doesn't have airheads though.
Landphilia.
I don't have
Max.
a motherfucker ahead.
Who's that?
Forge.
That's
Who?
my goblin.
Alright,
My
guys.
Scappa.
goblin
Hi,
just-
Scappa.
Hi, hi.
Okay. Ophelia.
Oh, Ophelia.
Scappa.
W song, by the way.
That's me,
Okay.
baby.
And then Shadow Turtle.
The turtle.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
It's Shadow.
No one can forget the Shadow
Alright.
Turtle.
Okay, hold on. We'll first
Wait, my
stream
cutie
the.
Lon. Cutie Lon is here. Hi, beautiful. Hi, beautiful. Hi, beautiful.
Oh my god, evening! Oh my
She was like one
god!
of the first ones.
Okay.
I'm really blind.
Yes, but Lon.
Stuff
Obligatory
your
on me. Look, I won, guys.
I think I. Okay, let's shuffle.
Oh, sorry.
And done.
What?
And
I hate that. Actually,
first person I'm gonna draw. It's Hel'leon.
Oh, hello.
Alright.
Hi. Hello.
Yippee.
Hel'leon.
Okay,
You won.
let's.
You won $200.
You all
You're
might
welcome.
know me better as Ezra, the EMS.
Ezra. Okay.
Ezra
Like from League
Miller.
of Legends.
Oh my
Do you want me to
god.
draw your VTuber, or do you want me to draw?
Don't mention League.
Oh,
I'm
I
gonna
would love it if
fucking
you do the
launch it. Don't
character.
make me do it. I'll
League
do it.
of
Oh.
I'm gonna
League
launch
of
it. I'm doing
Timmy,
it.
Timmy, let's play. Let's play. You wanna play
League of
around?
Legends.
You wanna
I'm
play
not-
League of Legends? You wanna play some ARAM?
Is it
I'm
Legends?
not
I hate
I'm not
ARAM.
launching my fucking. I'm not launching
time
my
to play
NA account. Fuck you all
ARAM.
in that ping. Fuck you all in that ping.
I kind of do want to play
no,
League because I
fuck.
haven't played League in years, but at the same
Just get better
time,
internet.
League will caught me.
Motherfucker, I have to
touch.
sign in
Your internet
anyway.
is
Might as
insane,
well
I'm
get
not
my
gonna lie.
fucking.
Time to
Yeah,
play
my goblin, come
ARAM.
on.
I haven't
Okay.
played
Time to
League
play
since the
around.
server started.
Time to play
Uh,
ARAM.
Time to play.
Let me see.
God, now I gotta
Yep.
go
I haven't
find
done
my
jack
going
and
to
shit
get
since server
started
started.
now.
Hel'leon, do you want to send me a picture of your character then?
Sure. Where should I send it?
Yippee.
What?
You can send it in the side chat or
Oh,
DMs.
okay.
It
Yeah,
don't matter
I
to
can
me.
put it there.
Dude,
Whatever's easier for you.
Scappa, what the fuck's been
Side
going
chat
on
would
for the
be
last
easiest.
5 days, dude? Every time I
Yeah.
fucking turn on a channel, somebody else has been shot. What the fuck is happening?
It's because
Oh,
she's
you
not
know.
doing her job.
Don't even joke about that. I'll beat you up.
Oh my goodness.
Actually, will kill. 4 out of 4.
Yeah.
Will kill.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm afraid.
Hashtag about to kill. Hashtag heard that actually
Hashtag-
Marsha almost got kidnapped yesterday. Hashtag if I knew that. Hashtag they be dead.
Hashtag.
Hashtag Shion killed Cletus. Just remember that, guys.
Hashtag what the fuck.
I seen it with my own eyes. I was there.
Yeah, feel song,
Hashtag
feel song.
your hashtag your honor he's lying.
Hashtag
No.
Hashtag no.
Hashtag he stings.
That's not true.
Scappa, you
That's
wanna play Valorant?
that's not true.
Stop.
Valorant brings.
That was a
Valorant
big sigh for
genuinely-
Valorant, by the way.
I
Valorant.
want to, but I have to do D&D in like 15
Oh my goodness,
minutes.
I'm loading back in.
Oh, that's a mood right there.
D&D.
I miss D&D. I love D&D.
Dip in dot.
Wait, you play D&D?
I do. Guess what? Oh.
D&D's fun. Fuck you.
No, I know. I'm just jealous that I don't have a table to play with.
Yeah,
I haven't had a table for like a
That's-
year. I miss it.
Yeah, same
I
honestly.
ironically moved in with my D&D party, and now we all live in the same house. Get fucked all.
Oh, that sounds great, actually.
You lucky.
Yeah, you.
I'm a
lucky
forever
motherfucker.
DM. Please help
Oh,
me.
we should be back up.
Oh.
I said I was loading back in.
Oh, we
Yeah, I
ignored you.
heard you. I
Yeah,
just
we
didn't
know.
believe you.
Yeah, we
I thought you were talking about League.
No.
Yeah, I thought it was
Yeah, we're
Never
learning
once
the
ever
league
played
right
League.
now, actually.
We can fix that.
Oh wait,
Nope.
I've never played it
what?
either, honestly.
What?
Do I need
Nobody's-
an answer for that?
What the freak?
What the freak?
That
the
said,
fuck?
I forgot whose
What
idea it
the
was, but we
fuck?
should have a D&D game like inside GTA as a.
Yeah,
bit.
someone mentioned that.
That'd be pretty sick, actually.
Just set
Isn't
it up.
fucking Kermite? Isn't he holding like a LARP day?
Yeah, that's at the end of the
Yeah.
month. That's Friday next week, I think.
It's next Friday.
That's if it still goes, I think.
Kind of fire.
It is. It is.
Oh fuck! I have
Wait, but
2 weeks to
Miranda,
plan out
to
the
give-
marathon.
Or Turtle, Shadow, or whatever the fuck.
Identity crisis.
The last
Jesus
time I
Christ.
played D&D was like 20 years ago.
Damn.
Oh,
Old
I
ass
played a couple
God
years
damn.
ago with
Yeah,
a
let me
small
know.
group, but
Wow.
I really want to do it
That's
again.
Just flex,
I
that's
played
fine.
yesterday.
Go for
I'm
it.
straight up a fucking knob.
What the
I'm a
fuck?
dickhead. I'm a fucking
Yeah,
dickhead.
we know.
Respect
Damn.
it. I respect it, so keep going.
I mean,
Shut up, I'm gonna keep calling you
I feel like
Gorblin.
I feel like this server we can find like 5 different D&D groups.
Probably.
The question is, are you
Cool,
gonna,
I've never
find
played, so.
5 D&D?
Well, you never played
D&D,
Accord?
Nope, never.
It's
Dude,
fun.
we gotta
You
play.
should try it.
Yeah.
I was chaotic
Oh,
evil, so I bet that's surprising, Hunter.
Yeah,
That's
like,
not
no,
surprising
I
at
would've
all.
guessed.
I do all
Check
I
the
do all my
family
sessions
chat.
online.
Yeah,
so-
Cummy's not surprised either.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
Fail.
At all.
Until recently, I was in 4 sessions a week.
God
that is-
damn.
Fuck.
That's too
No.
much. That's
No,
too
that-
much.
Oh, that's,
How much is
yeah,
too much
that's way
D&D?
too
That's
much.
too much D&D.
Well, also let me know if you guys want to play Lancer or Mothership.
I've at
Let's
least
play
heard
Final
of
Fantasy
Lancer
14.
before.
I think you outnumbered me on that one. I don't know.
You know what?
Alright,
I want to play first edition. actually.
Lancer is giant anime robots, the TTRPG, and Mothership is
Yeah, I've played
is
Lancer
like
before.
horror.
That was it's
Oh,
fun.
Ooh, I like horror.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Let's
Gundam?
play only war.
Yeah, well, it's the think of it like Lancer. Your mechs are closer, almost like they're closer to Warframes, but they're giant robots.
Yeah, they're very cool. Lancer is very fun.
Dirk, can I DM you quickly?
Yeah, go for
No.
it.
And then Mothership is basically
go
think
through
of
me.
like Alien or
Too late,
like-
already doing it.
Oh.
it's just horror, a horror sci-fi TTRPG with like that's 1980s.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Alright, I'm almost done with this sketch. I'm sorry for the wait.
It's really easy to
I'm
play. as
sorry.
well.
Good.
Sorry for the what?
Sorry for the wait.
No.
Wait, Dirk, can I DM you too real quick?
Just take
Oh,
your
yeah.
time.
He's mine.
Derp, can I DM
Shadow
you?
Turtle was
Guys,
saying thank you for
holy
the follow,
shit.
for
Derp,
the sub,
can we
'cause I
DM you?
followed her
Derp,
and
shut
so far.
Derp, can I follow you
I
on
don't want to
Twitch?
say that in the group, you
Can I fucking
asshole.
DM you?
Derp, can I DM you and then stalk you
Derp,
on
Derp, I'm
Twitch? Is that
Dude, holy
possible?
shit.
Could I
Everyone's
do
sliding
that?
into Derp's Discord DMs.
Oh,
What the
they
fuck?
actually are. Stop it! Stop it! I don't know what this is. Someone sent me a. Wait, what is this? A cord? What is, I'm scared to click it. Am I gonna get hacked?
Yes,
Oh my
you're
God, oh
going
my
to
God.
be
It's
hacked.
your account is his account. now.
Your account's fucked, Derp.
No, I had this account since. Fuck, I don't remember.
You're about to
Am I
say
older
your
than yours?
age, huh? That was about to I was about to dox your age.
Anyway, guys, wow, it's crazy. It looks like I'm joining the PD now.
Wait, pause. I said my age. I said the last time I played D&D was 20 years ago. What the fuck?
Oh, that
God,
is-
you've
doesn't
not
narrow it
played
down.
D&D for
I
nearly
mean,
as long as I've been
maybe last time you
alive.
played D&D, you were like a toddler. You know,
I was
The
7.
3-year-old playing D&D.
yeah.
I was 7. Jesus.
Back in my day, my mama told me about chaotic evil, and I've been on that track ever since.
Phil, our Discords are almost a year apart.
Our Discords?
Yeah.
That's weird. Why do you know that?
He just
check
checked.
it.
Oh yeah, they
Just
are.
click on your
apart.
profile,
yours is
stupid
That's so
2016.
weird. Why are you looking at my dates?
Oh my god.
That's awful. Derp, you're awful.
I
I'll
hate
see y'all
everything
in
about this
city.
conversation.
What do you mean?
Yep,
I'm
I
not
hate
awful.
you.
Mind Goblin,
Also-
you're awful.
Did you? What the fuck?
y'all in city.
Bye. Talk to you later. Rich you
Bye.
later.
Derp, check the family chat. Oh, he's
Yeah, they
gone.
left.
He hates us.
He hates me.
Alright.
And now we're stuck with baby no uppies.
Here you go. Here you
Baby,
go.
no uppy.
And now
Oh,
baby
no,
no
what?
left.
Thank
I'll
you.
send this over to you. I hope
That's
you
so
enjoy it.
cute.
I'm gonna fix the mouse for them.
Wait.
Mouse kind of ugly.
Whoa, what the fuck? That's pretty good. What the hell?
All right, I'll catch you all
The
around.
hell?
Max, are you dead at the moment, or are you just chilling?
Dude, I'm fucking,
Yeah.
I'm sick. I'm laying in fucking bed right now. I
So
was
you guys
waiting
have
for
Okay,
people to
yeah.
join the fucking
Where's
VC so I can hang
Cletus?
out.
Where's Cletus? Where's my boy?
Alright, guys.
I'm sick, dude. I can't play.
Bro,
I'm so
how the fucking
Dude, I'm, like,
Lily get him to
exhausted.
bark? How can Lily
Ugh.
get him to bark if he's not around, motherfucker?
It's not happening anymore.
Alright, catch y'all around.
It's not. I don't know. No.
Uh-huh. You sure? You sure he'd be able to? I think I have another character.
I'm going to abandon this day. I'll be honest with you guys. I have no idea who just drew for me, and I have no idea where they put it. But everyone's like, it's so cute, it's so cute. Where? I lost it. Where is it? Let me switch the game capture back to 5M. Back here. And now I am. I thought it was gonna be in there where it was, but it was not. Take it, put it in trainee chat. No. Out 5 clips, RP shoutouts, gaming. I looked in ours. Maybe Eve knows where it is, because I think Eve was in that. I don't know. Well, it's definitely not in that channel. Definitely not in those. I can see no reason why it'd be in there. I have no idea where this picture is. Not one little bit. I don't know what to do. Where is it? He did all that work and I didn't get to see it. What are these guys talking about? They're on their way to rescue the director and Void. This way. Why am I doing that? I meant to be running. Well, it looks like. Oh no, it couldn't have been because all the vans are in now. Shit. No, not that. This. Radio. Has anyone been assigned to the Magellan Avenue?
I'm not sure. Go ahead and make your way over there to double check.
10-4.
Uni and I are kind of stranded, and Angel 1 is on his way, so yeah, go ahead and see if you can help with that.
Okay. go.
Don't try and land.
God damn it. Fucking locals. Out. Out. I didn't see anybody down there. Let's see if it's a drowning in the pool.
Waste of a life.
I don't see anybody up here.
You're wasting my gas.
Oh. Damn. Hi.
Hello, doctor.
I cannot believe that guy was screaming at you for being injured in the road.
I've been run over like 5 different times by locals.
I am so sorry.
It's okay.
Gonna suture you up and stop that bleeding. Okay.
Ezra, the next medical emergency is directly next to you. If you don't mind grabbing that after you finish with the current patient.
Oh, thank you, doctor.
10-4. Here you go. Do you need anything else?
I think I'm okay. Thank you for coming all this way.
Oh, no problem. I'm sorry I couldn't get here sooner.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I know there's a lot happening in the city right now.
Yeah. In fact, I gotta go get a second one right around the corner.
Oh my gosh.
I'll see you later.
Good luck. Bye bye.
Not this. Get down here on that sand. Plow through every one of those. Fuck you. Oh, I see you. Hello, EMS.
How's it going? I think the local medic is broken.
What do you mean
It's
the
currently
local
slamming into that tunnel. Look over there.
Oh.
Do you see it?
Oh, yeah, I sure do. Glad that's not one of ours.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll get out. Oh, well,
maybe
they're-
not.
Oh,
Ezra, for your current ambulance?
well, thank you. Maybe we just ignore them.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like our issue now.
For your
need
ambulance,
anything
can
else?
I get the number for it?
No, I'm good. Thank you, though. I appreciate it.
All right, bye-bye.
Thanks for coming around. Bye-bye. Have a good one.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Can I get the number for your ambulance, please, so I don't impound it by accident?
I'm in 2.
Thank you so much.
Patient that we were trying to get called back in for us.
Is that Sonora Freeway that just pinged the same one that you guys were out there for?
Yeah.
Don't think so. That's in a different spot.
It's just above it, so maybe they, like, I don't know.
Is this another one for the helicopter, or should I try to
It
head
is.
out there?
Helicopter sending out.
I'm pretty sure.
Flatline and A22 going to be going out on Angel 1 to Sonora Freeway on Mount Gordo.
Pork luck.
I'm pretty sure that the guy I just picked up was Declan Weaver. I hate Declan Weaver. But I am too busy to bother with him. Oh, we didn't need that streetlight anyway. I wonder if he was aura farming, because he sits out there at the beginning of his streams. Apollo Bugman, he sits out on the beach next to his motorcycle at the beginning of streams and smokes a cigarette as kind of his starting soon screen when he's going to be streaming this game. I wonder if he was aura farming and like something happened. That would be fucking hilarious. And that's why he was like, I think we should forget about this. That would be so funny. No life from siren. Oh, ow. I was like, was that him going live? But it wasn't. It was just my bestie sending me something on. Oh.
crazy. And then everybody's head exploded, so, you know.
Oh gosh, I literally I just woke up. Hi, Ezra.
No. Yeah, my day's been exciting already, and it has been 2 hours.
Another day at EMS, right?
Yeah, sure is. And now Angel 1 is heading to that exact same spot because the patient just decided to wake up.
Uh-oh. Also,
After we
thank you for yesterday. There's a lot of explosions yesterday.
Yeah, there was a lot of
Yeah,
explosions yesterday.
Yeah, my ears were ringing for a little bit after that.
Yeah. As long as you're feeling better, that's now anyway. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, I mean, I still feel a little scared to drive my bike, but you know, I gotta get to places, you know, so I kind of have to.
Just take it slow. Take it slow.
Yeah, we'll do. But yeah, I'm gonna clock in, get situated and everything.
All right.
Okay, I'll
You
be
do
right
that.
back.
Okay.
I had to go out and pick somebody up off the beach. And
Oh.
he's like, I think that local guy is kind of great. That local ambulance is going nuts. And I look over and there's an ambulance trying to drive back and forth between the stairs to the pier and something that it can't get out of. And it just kept ramming it until it exploded.
Oh. Okay. Well, glad we don't have to pay for that. Good God.
Wonder what the taxi's about.
Oh,
Somebody
somebody
there we
just got
go.
out. Oh. They might have a wounded friend.
I wonder if it's someone who's new to the city.
Entirely possible. Well, they didn't fall over, so I guess not.
Flatline and A22 en route back to the hospital.
10-4. I don't know what they're doing. I think they're just sitting there talking. So maybe not. I'd go ask, but I don't like how that one person's standing.
Like they're handcuffed?
Yeah.
Well, then go to sleep, Go to sleep.
Not my circus, not my monkeys until they step foot in here.
You wearing a mask?
Mayhaps. I can't really tell. Oh, does your friend need help? Hello.
No, we're actually here to
No
meet
masks
with the
in
directors.
the hospital.
Oh, that is his head. He is an android. This is Aegis.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Hi, Aegis.
No worries. His voice box is a little on the fritz at the moment, unfortunately. So any transmissions will go right across the screen across his face.
Okay. Glad to know. All right. I'm really sorry about that. You
No,
can never
no
tell
apologies
sometimes.
needed. No, I understand. We saw the policy, but yes, this is his head. He identifies as a Aegis robot.
All right. Awesome. One of the directors, right? Yes.
Yes, I sent some confirmation over to Director Connor Quill. I haven't received anything back as of late. Actually, he did. But actually, he
they might be
asked
in
me
the
for location.
They might be in the back. I can go see if they're there.
Yes, of course.
All right, that's weird. They were in the back. Oh, I can't stop running.
No worries. I do have their number, so I can just send him a message. No problem.
Okie dokie. Yeah, we had a bit of a situation with the helicopters there, so.
Oh, my dear, is everything okay?
Yeah, it's all good now. We made it out alive. That's the important part.
That's good. Make sure to take care of yourself. Let me go call the director.
All right.
Hey, Burr, no problem. Take a nap. Leave it running, take a nap.
I guess my Rancho was in the back, but I guess not.
Yeah, me too. But I think I heard the helicopter land.
Oh, that's
Oh, that's
those two.
Riley and Eve are back.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's okay.
You okay?
Yeah.
You seem flustered,
Ugh.
but now you seem tired.
I'm both at the same time. Mm.
Do you guys drink coffee?
I do
I
not.
do.
No coffee? No coffee for Ezra? You drink coffee, Uni?
I drink too much, but yes.
You should drop this off for us.
Awesome.
This isn't from your stand outside, is it?
What?
Eve.
What happened?
This isn't from your stand outside, is it?
No. A patient dropped it
Uh-huh,
off. A patient
uh-huh,
dropped it off.
uh-huh,
Okay.
okay.
Idea was not my. That was more idea. Okay. I just wanted some regular oat coffee.
Uh-huh,
Just regular oat coffee. Just regular oat coffee. Nothing else. No additions. Nothing else added to it. Regular coffee for $500.
No other additives.
No other additives. It's not even. There's not even sugar or milk in there. It's just regular black coffee. Okay.
Oh my
Nothing else
god.
is it.
Those two out there were looking for the directors to speak with them about something.
They
So what guys-
literally
Penguin 1041. Hello. Good morning.
Oh dear. Colt's on too.
Is that them in the car out there?
Green car out there? Yeah, I think that's them.
Oh, yep, sure is. Can recognize Ranche from a mile away.
Yep.
Whenever she wears her
77,
uniform, she
1041.
looks like military. Like
Morning.
the way her
Morning.
legs are tucked into her boots.
Yeah.
We're just
Oh,
gonna-
Excuse me, pardon me, hello.
Call.
Those are my best friends. What?
I know, but they're having a very private conversation out there.
But I love them.
I know you do, buddy. I love them too, but they're having no. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. Come here. I got you.
Oh, you made him
I
sad.
got you. It's okay. It's okay.
My
Both
Adam's.
of you.
Oh, okay, I'm good.
How am I carrying him? What? How am I
What
carrying
in the
him?
hell? What the hell? Eve!
How do I stop?
Eve, it wasn't that serious.
I feel fine.
Oh, okay.
Can you
Still carrying
staunch
him.
me real quick?
Sure.
Oh,
Nope,
he's
I guess not.
Here.
You know what? Job well done,
I
guys.
still
Thank y'all.
have.
Are you still carrying me?
Here,
Yeah, I'm still
try
Try
picking.
pick me up again?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, try picking him up again if you can.
Or pick up somebody else potentially.
I can sedate
Yeah.
you.
Oh my God, Eve!
Ooh.
At least buy me dinner first. Good lord.
What?
Oh.
Now there's a
Oh,
bag.
she's actually. Oh, okay.
Oh, I think she's actually gonna go for. She's going for the sedate. She's going for the
Wait,
sedate.
Wait.
You're gonna get sedated. Oh. Yep.
And he's down. Oh, new emergency.
That's
Can't
at
pick him
the
back up.
airport.
Oh,
I can go.
get the name.
Yeah. Maya and Ezra, if you guys go down to the airport, make sure you get their name and see if you
Okay.
recognize them.
This
We
is
are
your
having an
fault, Mr.
issue
Cole.
where
This is-
people
this is on
decide
me,
to
this
just
is on
wake
me.
up at
This
the
is your
airport
fault,
instead of
Mr.
waiting
Cole.
for us to get to where they are.
You know what? Guilty
Okay,
as
so
charged.
get their
Make
names.
me wait,
Okay.
boys. Put me
Yeah,
behind
get their
the prison.
name. If you
I think I
recognize
have-
them,
I should have
then you
handcuffs.
know,
No,
Colt,
calm
walk 'em in.
down.
and they've been in the city for a while, then that's a whole separate issue. But they're new, you know,
Okay.
just
Goodbye,
treat
Eve.
them
I
and let
got
them
it.
go on their way, okay?
Okay, got
Okay.
it.
Hands are stuck like this, Chief.
Let's go, Ezra.
Ah! God damn it! Get out of my way! Get out of my way!
Oh. Uh-oh. Oh my god!
What the hell?
Oh!
I fucking hate driving.
Ezra. Okay, Ezra. You want me to drive when we go back?
It's fine.
Okay. Okay.
Just these fucking locals.
You're okay. Take a deep breath. Okay. You okay?
You know, I don't have very many accidents. I don't run over any signs. I don't crash into people until I have a passenger.
Okay, Ezra. I've ridden the ambulance with you before. You know, I know this is not a norm for you. It's okay. Let's back up, and then we're gonna get to the patients. Okay? Ezra.
Yeah. I'm okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. When you're ready, we can go. Okay. If you need me to drive, I can also do that too.
Damn, we're on the upper level. Okay, there's stairs. We can just run down.
Wait, is the truck moving or am I?
Yeah, we're at the airport.
Hello, I'm beneath you guys.
Yep, we'll be right down.
All right, thank you.
Where? Oh, shit. I lost my partner. I think she had popped. Oh, there you are.
Oh, hello.
How did this happen?
Honestly, I don't really know. I think I got hit by something.
What were you... Is this your first day in the city?
No, I've been here for a long time.
Well, oh shit. I'm sorry about that. That was a muscle
Well,
reflex.
that's all fine. It's, you know, take him in while he's down. I see.
Let me just stop this bleeding that I swear I didn't cause.
Oh yeah, no, you didn't do that for sure.
Can I get your name?
Oh yeah, I'm Clancy.
Clancy. Okay.
Oh.
There you go. How you feeling?
Oh man, I feel good.
That's good. So, Clancy, do you have a last name?
Yeah, Clancy Moore. Yeah.
Clancy Moore. All right. Thank you. Can I do anything else for you?
Gosh, oh, actually, do you think I could get a ride back to the EMS with you?
You want to go back to the hospital? Yeah, I can take you there.
I would love that. I don't really have a vehicle out here, so.
Okay. I mean, you could rent one if you were going somewhere else from this guy.
Oh, that's fine. You guys have a garage at the EMS, right?
You are not allowed in the garage downstairs. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, there's probably one nearby I can go in.
Oh, yeah, there's one across the street.
Oh, wait, there's a garage here. What am I talking about? You're good. You're good. I can go to the garage here.
Okay.
Changes. Ezra and Colt will
Thank
be
you.
in Unit 2. I'll be in Unit 1. Uni and Chief Riley is going to be on dispatch. And 4.
So the guy I picked up was Clancy Moore. He's been around for a while.
Ezra, just making sure your ambulance is number 2, right?
Yes, I am in ambulance number 2.
Okay, 10-4.
So where did I lose him?
Did you happen to get the spelling of his name? I can't seem to find him.
Clancy? I've seen him in Spark.
Hello?
Hello? Oh, you were inside the ambulance.
Oh my god. Hi. Did you find the patient?
I did. It was Clancy
Okay.
Moore.
Okay. Clancy, you said?
Clancy. Yeah, I radioed it in.
Okay, awesome. Let me get
And
back on
I
the
know
radio.
that he's been here for a while because I've seen him on Spark.
Got it. Okay. Sorry about that. For a bit, I was like, oh my god.
I was wondering why you kept saying, like, don't worry, we can
Yeah.
move when you're ready. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I didn't stop.
In my eyes, it looked like you stopped.
Yeah, I figured that out about the third time you said it.
Well, thank you for waiting for me.
No, which way do we go? Which way do we go?
Oh, hold on.
Oh.
It's 822. Gonna be routing towards PD to check up on the sergeant.
Wait, what? Wait, my ears didn't work there. Okay, you can turn to your left.
Yeah, he was run over in the middle of the road, and he was gonna ask. He asked me if to bring him back because he didn't have a car out here. I'm like, you could rent one. He's like, well, you got a garage right next to the hospital, don't you? And I'm like, well, you can't use our garage. And he's like, but surely there's one nearby. And I'm like, oh yeah, I guess there is. There's one across the street.
Ezra, my ears are feeling a little funny. Okay, if I'm not replying, this is why.
I'm popping. I'm
Okay.
popping.
Yeah. Also, that car
I'm
just.
popping. I'm popping. I'm popping.
No, Ezra! Ezra! Oh. Oh. Oh no. Are we gonna make it back? Are we gonna make it back? Hmm.
Okay. It's gonna be an interesting day. At least it's just me. I should get in pretty quickly. Shit. I forgot to switch back. There's only one person in queue. Why does it take so long? I've never understood that with both this game and with Final Fantasy 14. Like, if I'm the only person in queue, why am I waiting? What am I waiting for? Because there are times when I don't have to wait in queue. It's extremely rare. But like, what am I waiting for when I'm the only person in queue? Are they just finishing up a person that's no longer counted? I hate the wasted time of this swing over. I guess if I had more people out here, like more characters, I might like it better. I don't know. Hello? Oh no, I'm on the highway by myself. There she is! So the ambulance is falling through the bridge for me.
Like, right now?
Yeah, that's why it took me so long to get in. I had to open the door when it was on the surface. It's no longer sinking. We're doing okay.
Let's go back.
Are we going to the hospital or have we been
We're going to
assigned to...
hospital to the... Wait, what do you need? Sir?
No, it's just there's a ping for Strawberry Avenue. I was wondering if somebody got that.
I just did 10-7 first because I was waiting for you. Okay. Oh, you want to get back on the radio?
Oh, yeah. Fair point, fair point.
Payne and Hel'leon are heading back to the hospital. Having a lot of headaches today so far.
Yeah, it's not just you.
Yeah.
Together or?
Yeah, we were, Ezra had popped just earlier.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
fix that.
Cool.
Put Colt with Eve, and then you two can be Unit 1. Or wait, hold on. I'll make you Unit 2. That way it's a little less confusing.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. All right. You two are Unit 2. Yeah, no problem. Dismiss that. Those two are there. Actually, I haven't seen Colt in a hot
No?
minute. Where is he?
I haven't seen him since Eve threw him off the stairs.
That's where Director Quill is. Eve, Acme, That's weird. Oh. He's in the hospital. Okay. Oh, I think he's still talking to somebody, actually. Okay.
Well, thank you.
Started. There we go.
Oh, great.
Wait, was Quill in? Was the Quills in that?
Just as I was leaving, I saw Connor come in, and Ranche was, I think, here with him. They were talking to a lady with her android.
Yeah, were they in that taxi there?
I don't know. I thought they came in their own green car.
Oh. I thought I heard Bronche.
I thought I heard somebody talking in the taxi, but I didn't catch much of it.
Oh, Maybe I'm hearing things. I don't know. The GPS is being a little funny today. It's trying to tell me that the directors are over there in that building somehow.
Yeah, my GPS says that Riley's over there.
Yeah, okay, Things are being a little funny. It's fine.
You also sound like you have an echo to me.
Oh, okay, yeah, that happened to me yesterday, but it was Lupus who sounded echoey.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
have had
it's
the
just
echo
the
thing
world.
lately.
Yeah, it's the world. It's having issues. I think sometimes it thinks you're in a bridge or under a bridge.
Yeah.
To transporting a unconscious patient back to the hospital, temporarily cold green. I'm sorry. As a heads up, I could not respond to the patient at City Hall yet.
Okay, 10 minutes, sorry.
Do we need to go to City
I've
Hall?
not yet responded to the patient in City Hall due to the unconscious patient at Strawberry Avenue.
I can send Unit 2 to that. Alright. Can you and I go to that
I'm gonna
City
be
Hall?
1042 for a minute. I'm having terrible brain problems.
Where did my go? Ah! Where are you at? We gotta go to City Hall.
I'm in the ambulance. Unit 2's heading over to City Hall.
Girl, I had no idea.
It's okay. Just said something. Just ran because I know it's a little thick now.
Like, I looked over and you weren't by the coffee cart, and I'm like, did she head bop?
I got speedy feet.
You sure
Speedy feet.
do.
Chief Riley, would you mind to ICU?
Yeah, give me a
Hopefully the patient's still there. City Hall.
Hello, EMS.
Hello?
I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, just had a little fumble with the car. Nothing too bad. It's my right leg a little hurt, but that's about it.
Okay, you're right leg. Okay, we're gonna give you a quick checkup here, okay?
Thank you so much, ma'am.
So you said you got hit by a car? Like your right leg is hurting?
My leg is hurting. I just got hit by a car. Yep. Every time I run, I stumble a little bit.
Yeah, I can see that. So your left leg, there is some swelling, and your right arm has some swelling too. So I'm gonna put some pressure with an ice pack. It's gonna feel cold. Yeah, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. Okay, and then
Oh, wonderful.
put you up here. See. Okay, how are you feeling? How is your heart feeling?
Oh, brand new. Oh, I feel like I can go get some grits. I think I'm about to do that.
You're gonna
Thank
get
you
some
kindly.
grits. Yeah, no problem,
go
no
get some
problem.
grits.
You stay safe now, okay?
Bye bye now.
See you. Okay. Ezra, did you? Oh, what the
They hit our ambulance! No! What are you doing? We're fine.
Oh my god.
I was looking for a downed patient. He must have called in.
I think he must have called in. Probably,
Unit 2 returning to hospital.
Okay, let's go back. When we go back, I can give you the keys. Okay.
Oh no, I can always take out the red ones. Like the keys stay with me. They never leave.
Okay, okay. Eventually that will be a green light. Eventually. Yeah, they were like around the corner, and I was like, "Did someone just say, hey, it's me?" But I turned around and he was
Yeah, I
there.
heard a voice and I thought it was coming from
Yeah.
above me. I was like, no, because I came here earlier today and I know you can't
Yeah.
get into the upper floors.
Oh my god, I heard an explosion. My bad.
Oh, I
Was
just
that
saw
text?
something. Hold on. We've got to take pictures of any patient at down via starvation or dehydration.
Okay.
Take a picture of any patient that is down via starvation, dehydration to this number so they can be put on the Birdie EMS wall of shame. Thank you.
Oops. Oh.
Oh my god. That's one way to make sure people remember to drink.
Yeah. You said you have the keys, or did I give that to you?
Oh no, you don't have to give me the keys.
Okay.
Oh fuck me, am I popping again?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I'm popping again.
Oh.
I'm popping again.
No, it's no. Oh shit. Okay, let's do it.
I feel like I'm just gonna come back to like things stacked on my head and a Sharpie mustache.
Patients under starvation infection. Oh, whose number is that?
Oh, what is this? Try 4? What do I have a ping for? Stream tonight! Crispy! God damn it, Crispy. Well, I'm gonna have to put that on my phone. I should have been in Zach's long enough to not lose my streak, so it is time to move on to Crispy. Where is she? Gotta turn it down though. You know what? Let me open mod view on Crispy's. And wait, is it this one? Yeah, it's gonna be that one. I muted you. Why did you come back on? Okay, now we're gonna sit in Crispy's stream, and if anything exciting happens, maybe I'll notice it and ban the person. The good news is that I've already put in terms like best viewers and stream view and shit. So they're automatically not put in chat. She just doesn't have Seribot, so I have to manually ban them. Or she does. And I can't say it in the game, but I've heard that Clancy is like Raindrop or something. Like Raindrop died and then Clancy appeared. And all I can tell you is that I want nothing to do with Clancy. At least this time, like, I'm not just out on the road in the middle of fucking nowhere. Some days I have no head pops, and some days I have so many head pops. It's okay. I guess if worse comes to worse, I can go back and re-listen to the VOD to see where that little sketch went. I have no idea where it is. Okay, here we go. Please hurry up. Hey. Why is it taking so long to get to the taxi screen? What's going on? I think my arm is blocking it, but there is a little loading circle in the lower right hand corner that is just spinning. I got kicked. I got kicked. Oh my god. Right. Try again. Guess fourth time wasn't the charm. Here we go again. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna jump into my stream real quick. Turn that down. Oh god, she had to go to the pier by herself. I'm so sorry, Mai. Two things loading at once, neither of them wants to do it. Just give me the fucking follow button, that's all I want. It's a different call to the pier, too. Where's the fucking follow button? You've loaded everything but the follow button. Come on. No, we should do. We should shout out my YouTube. No, I just want to copy the text, for fuck's sake.
That must have hurt a lot.
Just let me copy the text in my YouTube.
Okay, I'm gonna
Did that not follow her? Did that click not take? Follow. Okay, now I'm gonna close that. I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna do fucking flash shout out my at. Gotta remember how to do fucking. I send it. There we go. That's my. That is who I have been working with. How come I don't show up in this? I never show up in this list. I have the streamer thing and I have Lodestar. Do I just need... Am I spelling it wrong? Okay, I can hear the water on the beach. And I crashed again! Yay! 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 Okay, guys, I'm gonna try one more time. And if we don't get in this time, I am really... Ooh. What is this? Yeah, I just have no idea. I just want to see the cute little sketch. But it is nowhere. You know what? While I'm at it, just shout out Crispy. I almost called her Cactus. Oh. I'm trying so hard to get back to work. let me in. Oh, I'm gonna grow to hate this song so much. You should go buy a notebook. I think they're 520 at the 24/7. I get one for 2 white onions. Cross your fingers and your toes. Here we go. Taking too long again. Oh, fuck. Where the fuck am I? For real, where the fuck am I? No. Oh my god. I seem to have woken up at the northernmost tip of this island.
1 second. I see where you are. You are very far. I can come pick you up. 8:22. I'm gonna go pick up the Hel'leon via ambulance.
Negative. I'll go pick him up.
And I join you.
You know what this is? It literally brought me into the world exactly where they make your
You
character
guys tending
stand
to
when
a
you're
patient
choosing.
upstairs right now.
Checking. Alright, I'm gonna go pick him up.
Getting back to the hospital.
10-4.
Yeah, I'm treating this guy up here.
10-4, thank you.
don't know how I got up here. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Look at where I am. I crashed out here at the hospital. Why am I all the way up here? It's not my fault. I am just, you know what? I'm gonna go sit by the fire and just like chillax. This is my lot in life. This is why I'm a forever highlighter. Even the game is against me. I have no idea. I did not know that the place that you take picture, like where you see your character at, I had no idea like that was actually you in the game, just in this weird random place. The lights aren't here. But yeah. Not my fault. Oh, there's the helicopter. They're almost here. I hear them. I hear them. There they are. Hello, Chief.
Hello.
It's not my fault. Thank you for coming all the way out here.
Yep. We'll just head back to the hospital and pray that God doesn't, you know, choke slam me. I honest to God thought we were gonna ram right into the side of that mountain right just then. Chief, Yeah.
God has given me visions of us just slamming into the side of mountains.
I think he's good to go.
We'll live.
Anyway, I think.
Yeah, we cannot force him to stay. So you know, if he wants to leave, that's up to him.
He ran out already.
Angel.
Respond to Great Ocean Highway.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh.
Is Crow going to head pop real quick?
Hey, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, are you okay? You just okay. Anyway, she wasn't wearing her seatbelt.
I was wearing my seatbelt. You just hit like 3 cars and I flung out.
In my eyes, I only hit 1 cone.
In my eyes, you hit 3 cars.
Ah, jeez.
Look at what he did to my car.
You're bleeding, so let me stitch that up for you real quick.
I mean, the damage doesn't look
It's
that
not bad.
All right,
yeah.
all right, all right, all right. Hold up. Now
I
look
hit
at my
that
birdie.
1 cone, and
nope,
apparently in
nope,
her
nope,
eyes, I
nope,
hit 3
nope,
cars.
nope, nope, nope. You hit 3 cars
I did not hit 3
in my eyes. And look at the birdie post of what he did to my car earlier.
You are missing your back window.
Yep.
Let me see. I'm looking through Birdie right now.
Okay,
Yeah,
just some
it's great.
decompressions to get you up.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
He got my. I'm never letting you drive again. I know I said I wasn't going to earlier, and I gave you another chance. I'm never doing it again.
There you go.
I'm not gonna let you. My heart feels awesome, and I don't need to ride back to the hospital.
You've been through this a few times.
A lot of times. Never again.
Wow.
In the passenger seat.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. I prefer bikes.
Have
anyway.
a safe drive.
You too.
Angel 1 RTB.
At some point, you might have to watch through my eyes and see how many times we've crashed this helicopter.
Yeah, that's normal.
Oh, please don't head pop. Please don't head pop, for the love of God. I'm popping.
I'm going 10-7 real quick.
I'm popping.
4.
10-4.
I'm popping.
You're going 10-7 for a few minutes.
I need to know what happens when he gets out and I'm not there. Oh god. He hasn't noticed I'm not there. Yes. He hasn't even noticed that I'm not there.
So that way there's less pressure on her. I'm just like,
He hasn't even noticed the person that he rescued didn't land with him. Hopefully, I'm just on the roof. I think I saw yellow briefly. And so hopefully I'm just like on the roof. What's the matter, baby? What? You want to come up here and sit with Daddy while he crashes out? He's not on the radio. That's what. He's not on the radio. Someone out there has got to be like, where's Ezra? Nobody has noticed that I'm gone. Please. Please don't put me back out there. Please don't put me back out there. I'd sooner die than have to ask again. Please put me on the roof of the hospital. No! Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm not far away. I'm not far away. Dieter Sachs. Okay, I'm not far away. Where am? Okay, there I am. Jesus Christ. This is Hel'leon. I don't know if anybody noticed, but I fell out of the helicopter.
On the way.
No. I'm close enough I can run. I just wanted to make sure that you guys knew I wasn't at the hospital.
10-4.
I think it should have been a fatal fall, but... can I go underneath the highway? I've done this before with mixed results. Okay, not right here. This looks like the best. Are you kidding me?
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
That was so fucking
Very nice.
stressful.
Oh.
Yeah.
What happened?
I head popped just as we were by Dieter Sachs, and when I woke up, I was free falling, but I landed in between two palm trees and just kind of rolled down to the bottom.
Oh my god.
So I'm only a little bit hurt.
Oh.
Whatever hurt means that you're still hurt. You know what that means? Treatment time.
Oh no, I got bandages. I'm bandaging.
Nope. We do it better on each other. All right. Mai, why don't you go ahead and apply a med kit on Ezra here?
Let me
Go ahead and apply it. I'm gonna apply a clear.
Apparently Nubis is awake.
Desert.
The pier.
This one is the pier. This one might
Oh,
appear
we
to
need
be
a unit
water
3.
one.
Oh, water.
Drowner.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Houdin going to 1041.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Not a water rescue? I can go.
That's a water rescue.
I can go.
Wait, Cole, let's
Mango. Yeah, Mango. Let's go. Let's go.
I like swimming.
Alright, Mai and Co, you are Unit 2. May and Ezra, you're Unit 3. And Eve and Cole are Unit 1.
They're stealing my. They're stealing my ambulance.
Oh.
Heading to Red Desert Avenue.
May, do you have your own ambulance out?
No, I just arrived.
Okay.
It says new business available, but I don't know if he's actually available. Oh, never mind. He just disappeared. Ignore me. He must have just woke up. Here we go.
We're Unit 3.
Did Eve just disappear?
That's what I was asking.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'm sure she's around.
I mean,
Oh, maybe
she's
she's
still
up.
on the radio.
Oh, maybe she's on the roof. with The other two.
Oh.
She went 10-7. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Excuse me.
You okay?
Yeah, just gassy.
I kind of meant like it's been a stressful day.
Oh.
But okay.
Sorry. Yeah, I mean, stressful, but it's not the worst day. A little hectic, but it'll be fine.
Sounds like you need more coffee. Or sleep.
Well, I got like 15 coffees left. Let's drink one.
Not what I meant.
Just bring it to the beach.
This strawberry cake. Nom nom nom.
I have a bunch of chicken and waffles.
Nice.
Ooh, and root beer floats.
I have the patient. Just bring it over to the beach.
Okay, 10-4.
Why did he moan on the radio there? Am I crazy or does it sound like a moan?
Who moaned?
It sounded like Code moaned on the radio. Almost tempted to send a text like, please, I can't believe I have to say this, but please do not moan on the radio.
Actually, the police department in another city had Whimper Channel 7.
Yeah?
Where people would log into Channel 7 and just moan.
Oh. Why?
I don't think it was a channel anybody used either. They just would do it for fun. And somebody caught them one day.
Oh.
So we got no ambulance because yours was stolen?
Well, there's 3 teams and there's 3 ambulances. So if we can get into one of them, we should be fine.
What do you mean your ambulance was stolen?
I'm the one who got out the red one.
Oh. Oh.
It's just
okay,
it became mine when I couldn't get back into. I couldn't wake up.
I see. Okay.
Yup. So Unit 3 is gonna respond to a call emergency.
Oh.
10-4.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh, are they at the dealership? Are they in the dealership?
This is AKMC going 1041.
Good morning.
Ring.
Hello.
I'm glad I can run. I would have been mincemeat right there. Oh, there she goes.
Oh, what's happening to you, man?
I accidentally got hit by a car.
I think she's got a concussion.
Yeah.
Can you look at her?
Absolutely.
Sorry.
Oh, you're training someone new too?
Hello, new
No,
person.
he's not new.
Oh, never
I've
mind.
been here for about
Hello,
2
not
weeks.
new person.
Sorry, all highlighters.
he
All
does
highlighters
still-
are new.
No, not all
Yeah, you do
highlighters are
have a
new.
concussion and a bunch of blunt force trauma, so let's get
Oh,
you
there
some
she goes.
ice.
Thank you.
Long time no see. Oh, this loco's just gonna walk right through us.
Alright, and then let's get you some bandages to help with the
Thank you.
compression. We don't want you swelling.
I will say,
all
I
the way back
am
to the
saving up
hospital.
for a new car, so I'll be off the motorcycle shortly.
Yeah, motorcycles are kind of dangerous,
Yeah,
There
they're
you
kind of
go.
crazy.
especially if you run red lights like that guy.
How
Oh,
do you feel?
I feel great. Thank you. I feel like I could run a marathon.
You probably shouldn't for a bit.
Should probably take it easy for a while.
Well, I guess where I'm going. I'm going to Venice to get my bike fixed.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm headed there too, actually.
Oh, perfect. You want to fix my bike?
Yeah, I can fix your back.
Thanks, friend.
Do you need
Thank
anything
you,
else?
EMS.
Do you
I
need
don't
food
think
or
so.
water or ride to the
I'm
hospital?
okay. I know, I'm okay.
Okay.
Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys.
No problem. You guys take it easy and stay safe.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You
stay
too.
safe.
Thank you guys. You too.
Aren't you supposed to ask if she needs to go to the hospital?
He
I did.
ask.
Oh, I'm just deaf. My bad. I'm just
Go
deaf.
away, bitch.
My bad. Hey. There's no need.
What?
There's no need to call me a bitch.
Yes, don't treat my trainee like that, okay?
No, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I
look
didn't
who
hear
it
him.
is!
That's-
It's
that's not-
Gamer
that's not-
Veranza!
That's not your job to tell him.
I know. I'm sorry. I won't do
Yeah.
it again. I won't do it again.
Go do your job.
Maybe I don't want to.
Then I
No,
don't know.
definitely
Get
want to. I
fucked.
definitely want to.
Yeah, you need money. You're broke.
I do.
You're broke as fuck.
I'm very broke. All right. I will meet you at Benny.
Alright. Yes, sir.
Was he the
Unit
one?
3 on our way back.
Sorry, what did you say?
10-4.
Was he the one who called it in?
Yes.
That's Benny's.
Do you guys want us to respond to the last one? Because it's really close to where we are.
Yes.
10-4.
Life of an EMS. I've been a trainee for 2 weeks. I'm terrified of some of my senpais. I've never ridden with May before.
EMS?
Is that them over there by the garage?
What the fuck did you do, bro?
Your head's in the wall.
What did you say that happened?
I hit a pole. I didn't put on my seatbelt because I was so close to Benny's and I was like, nothing could possibly happen in this short amount of distance, you know.
I have been thrown from an ambulance just taking it from the parking lot to the garage. I hit a hedge, a bush at 5 miles an hour and flew halfway across the street.
Yeah, the bushes in the city are really resilient.
Yeah, and how often did I tell you to put on your seatbelt, huh?
I know. Trust me, I'm very embarrassed.
As you should.
I was really hoping. We're good. We're good.
Don't worry, we got it
Alrighty.
under control.
You guys have a good night and you recover well.
Oh,
Just wanted me to
safe.
save your eyes, huh?
Absolutely. Just being
Fucking
around
hate
you saves me.
Wow.
If I punch him, you're not gonna tell anyone, right?
I see nothing.
There we go.
I couldn't
Oh, sir, what happened
dodge.
to you?
I couldn't dodge.
What happened to you, sir? You lost your glasses.
I got attacked.
Oh, who attacked you? What attacked
I'd like to
you?
file a report. I'd like to file a report.
What kind of report? What happened?
Someone attacked me.
Well,
Oh,
you're gonna
who
need
was
the
it? Was
police
it
for
was
that.
it that local over there?
No, it was some howdy. She didn't even hear me.
No, she
I
went.
did,
She went to
goodbye.
get revenge on that guy.
There she goes.
Don't forget
there
your
she
glasses.
goes. Oh, I got spares in my back of my trunk. Those ones are dirty
Ah,
now. I don't want those ones.
And because we are required, do you need a trip to the hospital?
Nope, I'm all good. I heard you this time. Don't worry. Oh, well, it looks like. Oh, sorry.
Bitch, get
If you
out
get
of my
in,
seat.
you have to get in the back, not in the front.
That was no. I did not mean to get it. All right, you guys stay safe. You guys stay safe. Don't. I don't know.
Wear your
Man.
seatbelt and don't forget to hydrate.
Yep, and eat food.
I will. Thank you guys so much for. Okay, bye.
Am I popping?
Should I run you over?
Am I fucking popping?
Well, I guess it did not say no.
I just want to play the game.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I just want to play the game. Please. Rehired. She's saying hoping to get rehired. My ass needs those glasses so bad. I need to go get glasses so bad. I'm like looking to get retired, but I thought she said she was coming back. It says rehired. My stream hasn't crashed once. But I cannot stay in the fucking game. I'm not even dropping frames. Well, let's find out where it kicked me out of the ambulance. Yeah, I'm not too far away. Okay, I gotta go to my left and then take a right. We're gonna go that way. Running back to hospital now. Did just my finger completely go off the shift? What's going on? our senior burger is gonna be another restaurant that we open. Because with so many people coming in, we're gonna need jobs for them. I made it. At the boss's motorcycle? Nope.
Oh, I feel right as the rain.
Oh,
Thank you so
Welcome
much.
back.
I made it.
Wonderful.
Welcome
Glad
back.
to hear it.
Yeah, let me wipe off the let me wipe off some of the droplets on your
Yeah,
shoulder
man.
and stuff. There you go.
Why do you not have black hair? It's creeping me out.
Is it weird? I got a wig installed for a little bit.
Yeah.
To be honest,
It's
I
different.
was like, who is that over there?
The only reason I know it's you is the wings.
What
For me, over here.
There is something wrong with my ears. I cannot hear any of you. I'm popping. I'm popping. I'm gone again. I just don't exist. Alright, guys. This is not going to be a, we continually try to get into the game stream. So, we're gonna end this here. I'm terribly sorry that this is the way that it turned out. We did suffer a major DDoS that took the server down earlier. So, I am going to stop stream. I'm gonna reboot my setup. If it starts to work better later, I may try again. But right now, this cannot be entertaining. Me standing around doing push-ups and sit-ups is not entertaining, but this has to be torture. So, how many of you are there? Is it worth a raid? Two of you. Alright, two of you. Let me raid you into Zach. I'm gonna raid you into Zach. Please say hi. He is my boss. He is the guy who graciously took out the helicopter to go rescue me from the northernmost tip of the island. Oh god. All right. I'll see you later. Whether that's tonight or tomorrow, I do not know. But later. Bye-bye.